Welcome to the How to Enter Time in Edison instructional video. In this presentation, you'll learn how to submit your timesheet using the Edison application. You'll need to start out from the Edison homepage after logging in. First, notice the tabs on the left side of the homepage. You'll notice several tabs that can be selected. For this demonstration, you'll need to select on Self-Service. Once you've done this, you'll be presented a couple of sub-navigations. Please click on the Employee Work Center link. Once this page has loaded, you'll be presented with a new screen. On the left-hand side, you'll see another list of employee self-service links that will lead you to other useful navigations within Edison. For now, if you look under the Time and Labor folder, you'll see several links for time and labor related pages. Let's select the Report Time link. This will display your timesheet for the current week. Please note that you still have all of your navigations off to the left to make it convenient to move from this page to other self-service options. On the timesheet, you'll notice it displays your name, job title, and your employee ID number as well as other information. You'll also notice the date field, which for most employees will display the current week beginning with Sunday. In the table, you'll see several fields divided into two rows. The top row, directly underneath where the days are listed, is called the Scheduled Hours row. Under the Time Reporting Code column, scheduled hours are listed as AAAA Scheduled Hours. The second row, the one below the Scheduled Hours row, is where you'll enter your time. Let's go ahead and enter in some hours for the week. For this example, we'll enter 7.5 hours for Monday and 7.5 hours for Tuesday. Now that we've entered our hours, let's select the correct time reporting code. If we look in the field that's labeled Time Reporting Code, you'll notice in the row corresponding to the time we entered is a drop-down selection field. By clicking on this field, you can see a list of your time reporting code options. In our example, we're going to select the REGS1 option. This is typically used for reporting working time when on standard or first shifts, but you can check with your supervisor or your HR representative for clarity. Now let's suppose that you're going to use annual leave for part of Wednesday and the rest of the week. We'll need to add another line since you can only report one time reporting code for each line. At the bottom of the page is a scroll bar. Either slide the bar to the right or use the right arrow to move the page right. You'll notice a plus and minus sign. On the bottom line, click the plus sign. Once you do this, you'll notice that your page is moved back to where it started and a third line will appear. Let's go ahead and enter the rest of this week's time. We'll put 7.5 hours in for both Thursday and Friday on the new line and use the drop-down box to mark it for annual leave. Now for Wednesday, we'll enter some working time and some annual leave. You can do this in increments as little as 6 minutes with 1/10 of an hour or 0.1 hours being 6 minutes. For our example, let's say you left 30 minutes early on Wednesday using annual leave. 30 minutes is 0.5 hours, so we'll enter 0.5 hours in the line for annual leave and 7.0 hours in the line for REGS 1. If you have yet another classification for your time that week, such as sick leave, you can repeat this process and add another line. Okay, we verified all the time has been entered for the week. We've selected the appropriate time reporting codes, looked at how to treat annual leave, and submitted time. Let's click the Submit button. Then click OK. You should notice at the bottom of the timesheet, your time is now listed as submitted. We have successfully submitted our time. This concludes our demonstration of how to successfully navigate to and submit time on your timesheet.